Appreciate you, Coach. One of the great venues to watch a game in any sport and one of the best home crowds in any sport. Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New York Jets and the Chicago Bears. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Come on, 180! 51. Watch the screen! Pass! Kill! Alert!
Now Trubisky on first down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Geis. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 41 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Going for it all. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. In for the score. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready. 18 Gators. Cut. Watch the eye. Joker. Hey! He's mine. Hey, 58 is a mic.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 16, Jackson flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Got some room at the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Point after now from Catanzaro. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go. 55, Mark, 55. Check pass.
This time Jackson will throw it. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Play action. It's Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. Touchdown, Chicago! Bucky Hodges, 78 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now 21-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jackson, and a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll field this at the 5. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Geis takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And he will find his man on the outside. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
180.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, Mark.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Ready. 15. Ready.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson, and he's got it complete to Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Jets.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multi-tackle.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Geis. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And Anderson's got it. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try to put some points on the board.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson will throw again. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, but it'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Jackson throwing once more. Looking deep for Hilton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Not your normal call in short yardage, but the toss works very well there. Big people out in front, being physical, and they pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Break. You better be afraid of me. You better be ready.
Play action. Now Jackson. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
59 mark, check.
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. The extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
Set 70, Indy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Past the 20. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
At their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Geis with a carry on second down. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's going to float this. And the defense loses him. It's complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Well, not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They're running it.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in his zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, echo.
Here's Jackson to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson, and Eifert has it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Jackson now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Ford.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ricky. 80 weapons. Yep. 58. Hey, Charlie. Hey, defense.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And no, it's incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bears will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Come on, 180. 51. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Room here to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Darius Geis, 78 yards as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
And with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Jackson now, throwing on 3rd and long. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards.
70, Indy. Watch the slap. Hey, high 7. Shoot.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Being chased out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Jackson to throw. And all this is taken him one-handed. What a catch. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
But it brings up 3rd down.
The Jets on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. Kyle Fuller there defensively. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
On the ready. Check, 59, 59. Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The first carry now for Alex Collins. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. Just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play, and facing a 2nd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to record his 5th sack of the season.
remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Kyle Fuller. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Chicago, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2.